income differential between college-educated person in the United States and the world average. Okay, this is kind of unfair because I'm comparing a college graduate in the United States with the world average, but this is the best data that I could find. And we know that the average college-educated person in the United States is making about $50,000 a year, and the world average is about, well, now it's up a little bit. It's now about 12. I should probably change this. Probably should. But that's okay. That's okay. It's close enough. Because these are, in the case of the United States, this is probably after taxes, 50,000. No, this might be before taxes. And this is also before taxes. Okay, so that's fair enough. It's close enough. And I'm using this list of countries by nominal GDP per capita to do this calculation. Okay, we're comparing United States college graduate with the world average, somebody in the world average, some person in the world average. Okay, so if you take the $50,000 a year and divide by 12 months, it gives you about $4,000 a month. And if you take the $11,000 a year divided by 12, it gives you about $900 a month. So that means that the average college graduate in the United States is taking home about $4,000 a month, and the average person on the planet is taking home maybe, let's say, $1,000 a month. Okay, that's a big difference. That's a $3,000 difference on a monthly basis. Okay, so okay, and here's the annual: $50,000 a year versus $11,000 a year on the world average. But the problem is that after 40 years, the average American will have made about $2 million. Okay, and the average person on the planet will have made maybe $500,000. Okay, so the differential between the average American college graduate and the average person on the planet is $1.5 million after 40 years. Is that a big difference? It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference, right? Between your average American after 40 years and your average person on the planet. This average person on the planet would be like somebody from Argentina or Mexico. But if we go back to the data, you see that those are. Well, I'm trying to find the countries that have good weather. Let me see if I can find the countries that have good weather. Because otherwise, see the world average, where'd it go? It disappeared. It's down there. Okay, where's the world average? Here's the world average, okay? So, okay, some country that's not too far from the world average. Argentina can have good weather. You know, Chile could have good weather. Romania, maybe. Okay, so those are roughly, well, no, Romania is too high. And then we go down Costa Rica, some parts maybe good weather. And these countries, some I don't know about, and Mexico. Okay, so those, if you're talking about average, you're talking maybe with good weather, maybe Mexico, Costa Rica, Argentina, maybe Chile. But those are your average countries. Okay? And so the difference is $1.5 million. That's a huge difference. Right? I mean, to ask yourself, what would you, if you had an extra $1.5 million, what would you do with it? Right? You'd buy a very nice house, you'd buy some nice cars, some nice vacations like that. Okay? But let's say you found a husband or a wife who is also an average earner, and they're also making $4,000 a month or $50,000 a year. And after 40 years, they also make $2 million. After 40 years, you made $2 million. Your spouse made $2 million. Okay? And when we look at the as a couple, as together, your monthly average in the United States would be about $8,000 a month, and your annual average would be about $100,000 a year. But after 4 years, as a couple, you will have made $4 million. Okay, and for the average couple in the world, their monthly is about $1,800 a month, which is not so bad, I think, and their annual income as a couple is about $22,000, which is not too good. And after 4 years, they will have made about $1 million. Okay, but the differential between the United States, two college-educated people in the United States, and your average couple on the planet, the differential is about $3 million. Okay, that's a huge difference. That's a huge difference. I could have, when I was a young person, I could have gone to Mexico or Argentina or Spain to work, but I looked at this data and I said, I'm not going because I understand the weather in Mexico is very good, and the food is good, and the climate is good. There has a lot of nice things. But I'm interested in the $3 million. Okay, I'm more interested in the $3 million than the other things. Okay, and so this is what you have to calculate, right? What do you think? It says, please explain what your monthly, annual, and lifetime earnings differential might be when you compare the two states or countries that you choose. In other words, we're asking you to choose some other place, okay? Like you could choose Vietnam or Mexico or Argentina or whatever, Turkey, right, whatever. And then please complete this comparison for yourself as a couple. And what is your view? So if I were you, I would replace this world average with the average in Vietnam, or the average in Turkey, or the average in Brazil. Whatever, choose some other place. But I would choose my country of origin, right? Because that would be more informative to me. It would tell me, okay, if I go back to my country of origin, this is probably what's going to happen to me. If I stay in the United States, this probably what's going to happen to me, right? So that doesn't mean that happens to everybody, right? But probably 2/3 of the people are going to have this experience, right? 1/3 of the people will make less money, and 1/3 will make more money. Not 1/3. 15% of the people will make less money than this, and 15% of the people will make more money than this, right? More money would be better. But how can you guarantee to me that you're going to be in the top 15% of the earners in any given situation? Can you guarantee that to me? No, right? So that's why I didn't go to Spain or Mexico or Argentina, because I figure chances are this is going to be my result, right? So I better stay here, right? Okay, the weather's better in Mexico, but I'm interested in the $3 million differential. And let me show you a video to illustrate what I'm saying. Okay, Mexico is not a rich country. Mexico, as you saw, people refer to Mexico as a mid-level country. Okay, because it's about an average country. Okay, but the only reason people say that Mexico is a mid-level country is because there's so many countries that are poorer than Mexico. Okay, because think about it, how well can you live on $10,000 a year? Not too well, right? So it's not a rich country. Okay, it's a quote unquote mid-level country, but nonetheless, Mexico has some of the best resorts in the world. And let me show you. Okay, I'll show you a resort. I have a timeshare in this resort, and then you say, how can a mid-level country where people making $10,000 a year have a resort like that? Okay, well, here's the answer. The answer in Mexico has some of the best resorts in the world because those resorts are being funded with American dollars, Canadian dollars, and European dollars. Okay, in other words, it's the Americans and the Canadians and the Europeans who are traveling there and spending the money there that makes those resorts possible. That's the answer. And let me show you, kind of to illustrate this point, right? So let me show you what I'm saying. Okay, let's see. Let's look at Okay. This is one of the top 5 or 10 resorts in the world. The highest rated resort in the world is in Dubai, and I think this particular resort is ranked 3rd or 5th in the world. Very high. It's ranked very high. The top 10 for sure. This looks pretty good. It's kind of long. Hello. Hi.
Es una caminata ahí.
That's in Spanish.
Vamos a ver si pueden. Hay que mejorarla.
This is not good. This might be the official one. This might be like the official one. So that might be good. Okay, look at that. Does it make sense to you that a country where people are making $10,000 a year can have a place of resorts like this? It makes no sense, right? It makes no sense. But the reason they have these resorts is because Americans and Canadians and Europeans are traveling there and they're dropping their money there, right? but they're able to drop their money there because they're working in the United States or Canada or Europe, right? Like that. But that's really the point I'm trying to make. Okay, so that's where the $3 million are going. The $3 million extra that the couples have, that's where the money, that's where it is, right? It's in those resorts, right? It's in those vacations, in their houses, in their cars, and so forth. Let's see, who just came in? I forgot your name.
Can.
Sue. Sue, you're Korean?
I'm Korean.
You're Korean, okay, Sue. Okay, nice to see you, Sue. So we're talking about a projected income differential comparing your average college educated American versus the world average. And we came to the conclusion that if you have a husband or wife who's also college educated and is working, your average college educated couple in the United States, after a 4-year work life, which is your standard work life, is going to take home about $4 million. Okay, and the world average for a couple is about $1 million. So the differential between a couple in the United States and a couple in the world on average is about $3 million. That's the difference. And even if we compare the United States with Korea, the differential is less, but there's still going to be a substantial. Okay, let's look for Korea. Let's go up. So this is the world average, right? About $12,000 a year. And let's look towards Korea. Okay, so Korea about $32,000 a year, right? So, and the rank number 30. Out of 200 countries, Korea is ranked number 30. Okay, so even in that case, right, where you're dealing with one of the richer countries on the planet, there's still going to be a substantial differential between your typical American couple, college-educated American couple, and your typical couple in Korea, right? So you got to think about that. What do you think? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So you got to think about this, okay? And make some decisions. Okay. One more slide. Okay. Let's go to